What's up, gamers? This is another Godforge video, and today we're going to talk about Pantheons. We got some information recently from Fateless about the Pantheon Boss, so I thought it was a perfect time to talk about what we know about Pantheons so far and to dig into the Pantheon Boss. So without further ado, let's go. At this point in the development, we have seen the Pantheon Hall before, as you can see behind me, so we know kind of what it looks like, what kind of features they're going to have, but in general, what is a pantheon? It is your guild. It is your area where a bunch of different players can get together. They can do similar missions or objectives to increase the level of the pantheon, which will increase the member count, which will also give you some bonuses, which we don't have a lot of detail about yet, but it should have some bonuses with it. The pantheons right now, I think, start at 20, and they will increase as your level goes up. I think in one of the screenshots I'll show you later, it looks like it can go up to 40, just based on some of the information we saw. But we'll see what that looks like once we actually get to early access. There's also links to Discords that you can chat with your guild mates or your Pantheon mates, either in Discord or in the chat, and it will show up in both places. We also know one thing that might be coming after early access is Pantheon Clusters. So basically, a bunch of Pantheons working together in more of a cluster, basically a network of Pantheons. Also, clan wars or Pantheon wars and different things like that are coming later on. But what we do know, what is going to be in early access, is the Pantheon Boss. So let's get into some details about that. And we know that Pantheon boss is Chronos. Now, Chronos is a primordial deity representing time itself. And you can fight him every day as the Pantheon boss. And his affinity changes every day, cycles through each one. And the cool part about that is that you can get daily rewards and you can get weekly rewards. So your daily rewards will be based on how well you fight Chronos at that affinity. And then weekly, it's your highest damage you did throughout the whole week. And another aspect that they talked about in the video, which I'll link in the description, is that they don't want you to have weaker members on your team that will drag down the Pantheon if there's someone or people that you want to play with. So they're trying to balance between just participation in the actual Pantheon versus how much damage you do. So you get rewarded for doing more damage, but you also get rewarded as a Pantheon just for being active. So, what information can I share with you about Chronos, the Pantheon boss? Not much when it comes to his kit. We don't have that yet, but when we do, I'll be sure to make a video breaking down each one of his abilities and how best you can defeat him. But we do know that he looks sweet. You can see that from the pictures in the background, and that again, his affinity will change every day, which I think is going to be a really cool aspect of this Pantheon boss. Speaking of pantheons, there are already pantheons forming and clusters forming. And one of the ones that has been super helpful for me so far is Camp Half Blood, or CHB. I'll put the flyer you can see behind me, but I'll put the link to them in the description, their Discord, along with pin the flyer in the comments. And it really is just for anybody casual to competitive, people that want to be in a pantheon for Godforge ahead of time, so that when the game launches, you can launch with your Pantheon already ready. But also, just if you don't want to join a Pantheon yet or you don't want to commit, you should definitely at least join the Fateless Discord, because they have a lot of information there and a lot of fun community chats and different things that you can be a part of there. So please go ahead and link to that, and you'll get the latest information about the game and potentially join a Pantheon. If you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing. But either way, thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you next time.